There are movies that entertain us, and then there are movies that change us. Today, I want to take you back to a night in 2008, a packed theater, anticipation in the shivers down our spine. That, my friends, was the beginning of something special. That was The Dark Knight. But what if I told you The Dark Knight isn't just the best superhero movie ever made? It's the greatest movie of the century. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you won't just agree with me, you'll feel it in your bones. Let's rewind. It's the early 2000s. Superhero movies, mostly popcorn flicks. Fun, sure, but nobody took them seriously. Then Christopher Nolan steps in, not with capes and catchphrases, but with ideas. He brings grit, realism, psychology, and with Batman Begins, he plants a seed. But it wasn't until 2008, when The Dark Knight exploded onto the screen, that everything changed. This wasn't just a comic book movie, not a man, but a force of nature. And Batman, a man at war with himself. That's when we knew. This movie wasn't just about good versus evil. It was about chaos versus order, fear versus hope, and most importantly, what it means to be human. Let's talk about him. You know who I mean. Heath Ledger's Joker didn't just steal scenes. He rewrote the rules of villainy. He wasn't after money or power. He just wanted to watch the world burn. And yet, something about him felt real. We've all seen it, in politics, in society, even in ourselves. That creeping chaos that threatens to undo everything. And Ledger, he vanished into the validation that this story mattered. Let that sink in. A Batman movie won an Oscar for acting. That had never happened before, and it hasn't happened since. Now let's flip the coin, because while the Joker pushed chaos, Bruce Wayne pushed back with conviction. But here's the twist. Batman doesn't win in the traditional sense. He loses love. He becomes a fugitive. He sacrifices everything. And that's what makes him a hero. He's not the invincible Superman. He's not the witty Iron Man. He's a broken man choosing to do the right thing even when it costs him everything. For many of us, men in our 40s and 50s, we grew up watching alpha heroes with bravado. But Bruce, he's quiet, stoic, layered, and that kind of strength, that maturity, speaks to us now more than ever. Let's not forget the craft. Nolan shot with IMAX cameras, used practical effects, no overblown CGI. Every explosion, every flip of that 18-wheeler, every rooftop dive was real. Hans Zimmer's score, it's not just music, it's a heartbeat. When the Joker theme kicks in, that rising, eerie single note, your blood pressure spikes. This wasn't just cinema, it was a theatrical experience, one you could feel in your chest. And let's not ignore the writing. Themes of surveillance, moral compromise, terrorism. This was post-9/11 storytelling at its boldest. It challenged us to ask, are we still the good guys, even when we bend the rules to stop evil? 15 years later, we're still talking about The Dark Knight, still quoting it, still debating it. Marvel has built an empire. DC has rebooted itself countless times. But The Dark Knight, it endures. No superhero film, no film has balanced depth, action, heart, and tragedy like this one. And here's the truth. This wasn't just a great Batman movie. It was a mirror, held up to society, to justice, and theater expecting a superhero. We walked out changed. Now get to subscribe, because I've got more movie deep dives coming your way. This is more than nostalgia. This is art. This is The Dark Knight.